Good morning guys, welcome to Supercars of London and welcome to a hotel room. This time last year I was in pretty much exactly the same place down at the Calcutta Manor for the Audi RS3 test drive, press drive and hill climb. Today outside I think there's 7 McLarens and I have got a time slot of 9 AM to drive the brand new McLaren 570 GT. You can definitely tell that we're coming into winter because it is freezing this morning. We've dumped our bags in the Porsche that's tucked over in the corner, and this is what we are greeted with this morning. Today we have got 2 hours totally free reign now that I've cancelled the sat-nav to go wherever we want, to take as many pictures as we want and to explore the car as best as we want. And immediately I'm going to put everything into sport active. Now I'm in manual. So here comes the turbos. So it's got softer suspension, a smoother steering column, slightly more chilled out, panoramic sunroof, extended leather inside, which is what makes the 570 GT a better GT car than the 570. But I have to say that there is still plenty of power. Because we cancelled the sat-nav, I really have no idea where we should go. Oh my god! Generally just takes off, like just takes off. Madness from the McLaren Sport Series. Right, here we go. You're in front of me on the steering wheel now. I could drive this road all day. The 570 GT and I'm using it to do the twisty and the turny country roads in Gloucestershire. Oh. It's mad to just see the bar that McLaren are setting. If this, first of all, they call this the sports car, and then they call this the GT version of their sports car. This is just an out and out mad supercar. It's just incredibly comfy. It's the only way to describe it. I just think that they're completely, the underestimation that McLaren have of this car. I mean, they know how good this car is, but they're setting new bars for sports cars, they're setting new bars for GT cars, and combining the two to create an everyday, usable, comfy supercar that looks as good as it does. It's absolutely madness. Absolutely madness. I just did a U-turn to come back down this road. It's so fast. Is it as fast as my AMG? No, but it's a different power delivery, which is just as fun. And because you sit right on the front wheels, it's a totally different experience. Oh. And because you do sit over the front wheels in this car, the driving position is so aggressive and so race car-y that you just can't help but just hammer it everywhere. And because of where you are sat, you have so much confidence that you know exactly where the car is, you know exactly how big the car is in terms of gaps and things like that, whereas in the AMG you've got the massive long nose, in front, and you sit over the rear wheels, so you have a fantastic feel of the rear wheels, which is why AMGs are so good as a bit of a drift machine. But this car feels like more of a performer. It feels like it's more supercar than GT car, and McLaren have just extended the leather and put a panoramic sunroof in to make you feel a little bit more luxurious, which I mean does the trick. I'm happy with that. Right, okay, do we go straight over here? That's where we came from. Is that right?
It all looks the same.
There we go. There.
They're all pretty villages and they all look the same.
So McLaren have built a comfortable supercar, is the best way of describing it, because some of the characteristics that you might find in a GT car, mainly the one that I'm thinking about is the fuel economy. This is we've used about that much of fuel, and it's saying we've got 70 miles left in the tank. My light in my AMG doesn't even come on to tell me to refuel at 70 miles left. It comes on at like 50. So it's yeah, mind-blowing. It's a mind-blowing car, super comfortable, I get it. I know that I haven't driven the 540C today, but I still think the 540C is plenty of power, plenty of car for the money. It's mental. Mental. Right, now before we get too ahead of ourselves, we have to make our way back to the hotel because it's coming up to our time to hand the keys back over to McLaren Automotive. Why not give it one last spoon? Let's go! Very good car!
Third gear is brutal.
Yeah.
gave us a route down to a golf club, which was a 50-minute drive there and back, and we've spent 2 hours driving this car in a 1 mile radius to the hotel.
We didn't even make it to the first checkpoint on the drive.
Oh man, but we found some awesome roads, drove it around the town.